let's talk about completing the square. So completing the square is the process of taking a quadratic equation like this, ax squared plus bx plus c, and turning it into something like this where we have a squared binomial. So we have a times x plus d quantity squared equal to b. This is really useful when we go to talk about circles. So let's do a few problems where we complete the square. Let's start with 2x squared minus 24x minus 100 equal to 0. The first thing we're going to want to do is keep all the x terms on the left and move any constants to the right side. So I am going to rewrite this equation. I am adding 100 on both sides to move that 100 over. And I now have 2x squared minus 24x equals 100. Our next step is to divide both sides by the leading coefficient. So if I copy what I had before, my leading coefficient is the coefficient on the highest powered variable, which is x squared. So I am dividing everything by 2. And I'm left with x squared minus 12x equal to 50. To complete the square, I need to take half of this value on the x, divide it by 2. So half of this value squared. So this value divided by 2, quantity squared. The b part comes from the fact that quadratics are in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So that b is that value right in front of the x. So I'm taking this guy. We are going to take this negative 12. We are dividing it in half and squaring it. There's that negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 squared is 36. Should have left myself a little bit more room here. In fact, why don't I just do it like this? Since we're adding it to both sides, I'll go ahead and write plus blank plus blank. And then I am taking this 36 and adding it to both sides. Make those arrows green too. Once again, we're taking that b value, we divide it in half, square it, and then add that number to both sides of the equation. What we're left with now is x squared minus 12x plus 36 equal to 86. And this left-hand side now factors into a squared binomial. It factors into x minus 6 quantity squared equal to 86. Let's go ahead and do another example. So once again, let's do it without those steps written in front of us. We're going to start by making sure it's just x's on the left-hand side. I'm going to subtract 9 off both sides. That leaves me with 3x squared plus 18x equal to negative 9. I'm then going to divide everything by the leading coefficient, which is 3. That leaves me with x squared plus 6x equal to negative 3. I need to add half of b squared to both sides. So I'm going to be adding something on both sides here. I'm taking this 6. So 6 right there, dividing it in half and squaring it. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. That 9 is going to be added to both sides. So we now have x squared plus, not sure what happened there, plus 6x plus 9 equal to negative 3 plus 9 is 6. This left-hand side now factors. So we have x plus 3 quantity squared equals 6. We could go further than that and solve this by by taking the square root on both sides. However, we're really looking at completing the square right now in terms of circles, and since that skill isn't relevant when it comes to circles, I'm not going to go any further. All right, so coming up next is info on circles. All right, here we go.